No. He is the one that's throwing that. Mr. Obi is shooting from the hip. He's not looking. He's not taking an aim. He just, shoots widely like, what we used to see in movies back in the day, in the Wild Wild West. He is not being rational. He's absolutely irrational in his thinking and in his public commentary for a man who was governor for 8 years, who left nothing to remember in Anambra State by way of a legacy or transformation. But all of a sudden, he served as governor 8 years. He didn't have the wisdom or the smarts to change Anambra State, to make Anambra the beacon, that example of, governance in the country. But then, he runs for president, in 2023. And then now, he didn't win. He's sulking. Rather than actually get a perspective and, figure out what he did to lose so he can do better in the future. He would think that he can bring down the government by simply, being maliciously deceptive. That is wrong. I'm not somebody to, to go on that offensive in that manner. But Mr. Obi has crossed the line so many times. And I think that at this point, he has coming to him whatever he gets, he needs to manage it.
Peter Obi resemble Dele Faro to me for now. This fella is more APC publicity secretary. You know the fear. Bilan are not really rate us until that day come. We can't know get Nigeria whether na us have been now.
I'm not somebody to, to go on that offensive in that manner. But Mr. Obi has crossed the line so many times. And I think that at this point, he has coming to him whatever he gets, he needs to manage it.
Hey, black man, when they talk, say Peter Obi has crossed the line. Peter Obi has crossed the line because he's reminding government their duty. He's reminding you groups that people are dying of hunger. That be the line when Peter Obi don't cross that with the paper on our body. Una body of peace. He never start to pepper una. He has crossed the line. You will manage him. The devil will manage you. You will manage you. You are trusting Peter Obi. I dare you people. We dare all of you for it. There anything happen to that man here. That military, that police are going to take us. See, and we dare you. We triple dare you people. Let anything happen to Peter Obi. Then one of you black shirts lost. Hey, shoe cut. You are not supposed to. You people will answer to us. You will answer. See, you will answer to Nigerians. I'm not on the let her talk. You are seeing my face. You are seeing our faces. We will ask you. You go answer. See the worry now. Oh, good. You people mad. Look at that people are from stampede because of hunger. But no, Peter Obi is your problem. This guy came outside now. Police slap and hear they bleed. Peter Obi is your problem. Why? Face. Go and manage him now. The man you come and say now son do. It's like people don't know we've been waiting. We are waiting. And whether they hide that for now, we are waiting. That great day is coming. It's coming. Not be content. It's coming.
I, Felix Morka, did not threaten Peter Obi. Nothing I said in that interview begins to even suggest remotely that, Peter Obi, I was asking anything other than saying to the man who was asking me a question, he said, you guys are calling him prophet of doom or, voodoo economist. And I said, well, you know what, if that is what it's called, he has, he deserves it because he's crossed the line of truth. Now, I don't know by what medium or by what, effort do you then transmogrify that conversation into a threat to Obi's life and the life of his family or those around him. Okay, that is libel in the extreme.
I know Mr. Obi likes to quote figures from Bangladesh, from India, from China, but that's not what we're talking about. Let's move to the second leg of it. Has anybody threatened you? Oh, because your own party is saying you have been threatened. And who are those people who have threatened you? How?
Actually,
because you two are alleged.
Absolutely.
You should also prove.
As it turns out, Peter Obi's allegation that the words I spoke in that interview threatened his life. Now, immediately, as I speak, I have documented no less than 400 threats, about over 200 of which are death threats. Documented. I'm not talking about people these are written texts that I have carefully documented and which, I'm providing to the law enforcement agencies, or people really telling me graphically describing how they intend to take me out, to shoot me, behead me in graphic language. You see, this is not a joke. And it's gone further to some members of my family who have also been, threatened directly. I'm not speaking about just, suggesting in graphic, language. You see, but, I'm not concerned about that because, what has triggered this entire insanity cannot be attributed to me. I did not threaten Peter Obi. And so anybody who is threatening me, that is their decision to do so. But, I hope that our law enforcement system will respond as effectively as possible to also, bring those individuals to justice.
Thank you for replaying, how he disgracefully tried to say end of story, how he embarrassingly decided to gaslight Nigerians on his very tactless comments that he made on this very auspicious platform. It's quite sad that I guess he's looking for more work in Mr. TINUBU's cabinet, and so he's just going on and on. He's received more than enough airtime, and we need to move on from this. Mr. Felix Morka is the one that has crossed the line. I do not really understand why security operatives have not picked him up so that he can explain what he meant by whatever Mr. Peter Obi has coming to him. He should take it like that. I paraphrase, but we all get the crux and the gist of the matter. Mr. Felix Morka he's supposed to be thanking a man like Mr. Peter Obi, who's doing his job where he's too cowardly to speak to his party, to speak to the president about the situations that Nigerians are facing in this government with the reforms they have come up with. It's just clear that Mr. Morka is looking to be noticed. We have noticed him, and we have understood that he is, by his own words, a threat to Mr. Peter Obi. Like I said, he should rather thank Mr. Peter Obi for putting himself front and center. I have come to realize that the APC did not see in Mr. Peter Obi coming. They did not see an obedient movement coming. When he complains and gaslights Nigerians and complains about the movement to which I also belong, it's because Mr. Morka himself has taught those young people how to behave exactly like him. Every time he speaks, every time he vilifies, every time he tries to denigrate the person of Mr. Peter Obi and the obedient movement, he's actually describing himself. He's speaking about himself. We are not afraid. Who knows, I may not get home because I have said what I have said. But like Mr. Peter Obi said, if this be the end, then so be it. Nigerians should not be spoken to as less than human beings. Nigerians should not be treated as if they are animals. We are not in, we're not in a zoo. And for lack of a better word, I do not even want to go think about what someone like President Trump described Nigeria. When they say that Nigerians demarket Nigeria, Mr. Felix Morka is the first demarketer of Nigeria with such comments, with such careless talk. That's what I have to say to Mr. Morka. Thank you.
It's really funny how this man would go on national TV talking about Peter Obi, biting more than he can chew, Peter Obi talking anyhow. This APC National Publicity Secretary, Felix Morka, you need to be very careful. You see, this Peter Obi are talking about, you don't know that Peter Obi is blessed and separated from all this bad nonsense. If Peter Obi had anything around him, any fraud or crime, he would have been found out since. But his record is so straight and clear, and that is what is making people very disgruntled. Look at, you are saying people threaten you, but you don't want to believe that Peter Obi, what you did to Peter Obi has cost him so much threat. You don't want to know. Yeah, people are threatening Peter Obi. You don't want to believe that one, but you want us to now believe your own. How gullible do you think we are, sir? It's really sad how Nigeria has gotten to a point where people will just go and sit on TV and talk anyhow. You are threatening Peter Obi, whatever he sees, he should collect. You don't know that's threat. If you tell someone whatever you see, collect it like that, that's threat, in case you don't know. And now you say you have printed 400 messages. Don't worry, Peter Obi will print his own. But the only thing is that not even a hair of Peter Obi should be missing. Not even his shoes, not even his black, attire. None should be missing. Be very careful. When you people go to sit down on TV, be careful what you say. Let the monies you receive or you spend not confuse you. Some of you, if you were to be my father, I would disown you straight on, because you cannot embarrass our family in public in the name of trying to support TINUBU. Yes, TINUBU is your paymaster, we know. He's your party person, we know, but please do not discredit Peter Obi, because he's the only opposition who is doing the job. This guy has traveled to the 36 states and the capital, going around giving people aid, giving people hope. And you guys will just sit down. When you finish election, you go back, enjoy money. Once it's time, by next year now, all of you will start coming out openly to campaign. Because this year now, you started campaign since last year. And that is why when you enter into power, you don't do anything. Because you just use 1 year, first year to make noise, 100 days in office. Once you celebrate the project you've done, that ends the story. Except for ministers who still have foresight like Wike, who will still go ahead to do something so that when they leave office, people can say they did this, they did that. Outside that, how many of you really do anything? You don't even know that Nigerians are sick and tired of all these lies you guys tell. They are tired, but what can they do? They still find a way to see how you people can change, but you have refused to change, constantly giving lies, excuses, making excuses for things that are obviously gone bad. It's a shameful thing. I don't know if some of you have children who listen to you and how you even give them, counseling. What do you tell them about integrity if you can boldly come on national TV to disrespect Peter Obi and even insult him, calling him prophet of doom? I'm sure that prophet of doom, you don't know, is enough for people to threaten Peter Obi and his family. Nothing must happen to Peter Obi, because we will not even take it kindly with all of you put together. And the thing is, so funny how your principal, TINUBU, was the architect of protest. He was the chief, the imam, the everything of protest. But when he came to his own turn as president, he has shut people off from protesting. It's high time you guys told yourselves the truth. Call the spade a spade and moved on. We are not saying you should not support your God with a small g. You can go ahead and do that, but please, not at the detriment of Nigerians. We do not want peace must reign, but let it start by people doing the right thing. Peter Obi felt threatened. You can't tell him how to feel. That's some people.